Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. We're just up at Bob's garage again. We're going to get started working on the countertops again today. And I think the first thing Chris is going to do is fill the nail holes in the wood that's facing on the front of the countertops and then put some stain on it. So that's pretty much the goal for today. And then I'm not sure if we'll get some clear coat on those today, but that'll have to be sanded, and then another coat of clear coat, at least 2 coats. But before we get started on that today, I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. This is going to get fun, especially probably tomorrow or the next day we can take the countertops down and put them in the tiny house. So the first thing Chris has done is gone along and filled the nail holes. They're pretty small nail holes. So got this piece done, the bathroom piece done, and he's just doing this one now. Got these nail holes filled. You can see that one's not filled yet. And then sand it before putting some stain on. Got them all laying so that the wood edge is on this side, so it's going to be easier to sand. And we just have to do this little piece that goes in between the fridge and stove. So Chris has got the first coat of stain on, and you can see how pretty that looks. It goes into the divots in the wood, so it looks a little distressed, which I like too. And this is pretty plain along here, but you can see how nice the knots look where they are. Really nice. This is the stain we used on the book, or sorry, the coat rack. Yeah, this has to be wiped off now. And then I'm not sure if he's going to put a second coat on, but I think this is really pretty with the gray. And the knots look so nice. People pay so much money for the wood that, you know, like maple, that's unblemished, and to me that, I don't like that at all. It's too boring. This is pretty. Get 2 or 3 coats of lacquer on here for finish. So I'm just going to go along with one of these shop cloths and get it off the laminate. I'm not pressing on the wood at all. I just want to get the stain off the laminate where it's still wet. And then I want to let the wood dry a little bit better. You can see how it's pretty wet here. And I'll just let the wood dry a little longer. You can see how the stain is on the edge there. I think you can see that. It's a little bit blurry. It's hard to get the camera to focus when there's so many things. It's probably focusing on my foot instead of the edge here.
See where the green comes in there. It's lighter.
Yeah, that's okay. Again, it just looks a little distressed. So So this is pretty much dry now, so Chris is just wiping it really good with one of these shop cloths. And then he's going to put another coat of gray stain on. And then we're going to let it dry for today. It's a little light in some areas, but again, you can't really control that because of the grain of the wood. I still think it looks really pretty with these knots. So he's going to put another coat of stain on, and we're going to go home and let this dry really good before we put the lacquer on it, or the Varathane. So we'll come back tomorrow, do the Varathane, and then I think I want him to put 3 coats of that on because this will get a lot of wear and tear, and then we'll be able to take it home. So that's probably going to be it for today. Another quick video, but pretty exciting stuff for me, getting these countertops done. Again, Varathane tomorrow, and sand them and take them home, put them in place, and then I get to see what it really looks like. Hi guys, well, it's the next day. We're back at Bob's shop, and I have talked Chris into we're gonna haul the countertops down to the tiny house and put them in place, and then put the clear coat on the edges. That way we can we don't have to stand here and literally watch paint dry, and we can get some other stuff done. So I've lit the wood stove down there to get it warmed up in the tiny house. We're going to take these down there, put them in place, and that way I can do what Chris calls playing dolly. Get out the bathroom sinks and look at those, try and decide which one I'm going to use, and get some other stuff done in the tiny house today. So I'm not one of those people that can just sit still and watch paint dry. So we're going to load them in the truck, take them back to the tiny house, and see what we can get done up there.
Together.
Perfect. Well, my memory card ran out. It was full, so I had to go change another one. So we've got, this is the bathroom one in place. I'm really happy with that. It looks good. Now you can see how we kept this one like the bathroom in the first tiny house. It is flush with the front of the cabinets because of the doorway. There's so little space to get the proper size doorway in here. Now I have a big problem here. I kept these countertops deeper than normal, not thinking about this. Not happy. This was a big boo-boo on my part. Can blame the designer on that. Now you can see again we kept the overhang here because again I want this area to be kept for baking. I want to be able to roll out pie dough and everything, so I need a little bit extra depth for the countertop. So that's why we did that here. I can live with this, but there's no way I can live with this. So we're gonna have to, Chris said it's tricky because of course, you know, you risk chipping the edge of the countertop, but this has gotta be cut down by at least an inch. The stove can come out a little bit further, but this definitely isn't going to work. I mean, maybe if I had to put wood on the edge here, I could live with it, but this is just too ugly, and the overhang doesn't look great here, I think. We basically kept it out as far as the handles, and it just doesn't look right. I'm not happy with it at all. So these two pieces, we're not going to do it today because it's a chilly day, and Chris will have to rip them on the table saw. I mean, the good thing is if it does chip the edge a little bit, basically the tiles are going to sit on top of that, and then you're going to caulk in front of the tiles. So it is, I mean, you'd have to rip it pretty badly, make, you know, a pretty big mess to not be able to cover it with the tiles and the caulking. And of course the other thing is that's going to have to be done before we cut the hole for the sink, because you don't want the sink to end up too far forward or too far back. because that's going to affect your back when you're standing there. So I'm thrilled with the color, thrilled with the stain. We haven't put the Varathane on the front yet, but really upset about this. And again, this is totally on me. We really went over the measurements and everything, and again, I did that over here to get the extra counter space to bake and roll dough and work on. I want to put my big red mixer probably in the corner here and just leave it there so that I can just plug it in and start working whenever I want. But this simply isn't gonna work. Unacceptable! That's what I used to yell at my kids when they were misbehaving. Unacceptable. This is unacceptable. So anyway, I mean, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to clean this up with some Windex because you can't see it, but there's a lot of dust and debris on the countertops. Well, I don't know if it's worth doing this now because Chris is going to take it out to the table saw. But I am really happy with this. I mean, you can see what a nice long piece of countertop that is. I don't have them organized yet, but I'm going to have my mixing bowls and a lot of my stuff right here, you know, bread pans and things that I can just take out and I'm ready to start baking. So that's going to make me really happy. But overall, I'm thrilled. Just not with this big boo-boo. So now this is the next dilemma. This is one of the sinks that I was going to use. Well, I've been holding on to for the right project. And you can see how it's all textured on the outside and sort of matte, and then on the inside it's really shiny. It's really nice thick glass. So I'm a green freak. Now I know it kind of stands out, but you know, if I add some green towels and some of my artwork that has green in it, and I was considering maybe even using green paint in this room, I'm not sure. But I love the sink, so that's the dilemma. I'll show you what it looks like with the white one in place. Now there's the white vessel sink that's the same as the one in the current tiny house. So that keeps everything white like a blank canvas. And of course I'm going to use some of the 3 different colors of gray tiles on the backsplash there, at least 3 rows. And then I'm going to use some of the glass gray tiles in the like a strip along the shower. So anybody has an opinion, which should I use? The green or the white sink? So let me know in the comments if you have an opinion about the sinks. I'm really torn. I like the white, I like the blank canvas, but I just love that green sink. It's so pretty. And I was even thinking about trying to figure out a way to use the rest of these tiles. I've got 4 of them. 2 are replaced broken ones, and then I had 2 extra because of the way we laid these out. So I've got 4 of them. I could put them along like one row, and that would give me a 12-inch backsplash in there, which would be really nice. And nice and easy for cleaning and everything. I've already got the grout and the caulking and everything else to match. So, and that, if I brought in the colored tiles in there, that would tie in the green because there's so much color in here, and there is green right there and in different spots on these tiles. So that would bring some color into the bathroom, and I just love these tiles so much. Plus the 4 tiles that are left over are just going to be laying around and in the way, and I don't think I want to put them on the backsplash. I thought about putting them above the stove or the sink, but then you're going to have the glass tiles and then those and then glass tiles. I don't think that'll look very good. It might be better to just lay out the colored ones here on the bathroom counter. So this is sort of my thoughts. Like, I've got 2 more of these, so this would go all the way across the bathroom tile, and I'd have, you know, the nice chrome Schluter on top, and then it would be the backsplash for this. But like I said, because there's so much green in here, I'll show you what it looks like with the green sink. No, the lights aren't working in here right now either, so it's a little bit different when the lighting isn't that great. But see how now with the green sink, it pulls the gray countertop together with this. This is why I actually picked this countertop, because I thought it looked so nice with these tiles. So I was trying to figure out a way to use these tiles in the kitchen, but I think because this is just a little more than a 5-foot space, I think I might end up using these in here and go with the green sink, because then I have that pop of color in here, and color makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. And then I'll sit my mirror on top of the tiles, and that keeps the mirror up away from all the splash from the sink. This sink is a tiny bit shorter and a tiny bit smaller around, so it doesn't stick out as much either. So I think I'm leaning toward this, but like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, and see what kind of numbers we get. Votes for green or white. Chris found the drain mechanism, so he's just going to check to make sure it fits in this. That'll work, eh? Mm-hmm. I really like the drain in the sink that's in the tiny house, so I just wanted to make sure that this one was gonna work. That's great.
This is a pop-up.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it.
Well, the one in there isn't.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, it just screws down.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, it's got the seal.
Oh, right, okay.
So that goes in there, and then it makes
Yeah.
it better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, it's chrome too, right? That's, yeah, see, it'll look nice. That'll finish the sink off nicely. So Chris is just sanding the edges with really fine sandpaper. What did you say that was, 120?
220.
220, oh. And then he's going to put another coat of the varathane on. Chris just put another coat of the varathane on the edges too, so that'll be drying, ready for a third coat tomorrow. Well, that's it for today, and I think this was a really good day. Got the countertops in here. Chris actually got a third coat of varathane on, so he just has to sand it tomorrow, and it's really nice and smooth. I think I might get him to put one more coat on. Like I say, this does get a lot of wear and tear, a lot of moisture. But like I said, a really good day. Got my beautiful coat rack done. So now, if we get these ripped, we'll be able to get the sink cut out. And then get this big ugly eyesore painted pretty soon. But I think we're gonna have to make a trip to IKEA too. I think there's been some mix-up, and they have somehow signed off on an entire order when we didn't receive those 3 little cabinets above the window. But all in all, an awesome day, even if it was for my big giant boo-boo by the stove. So really happy with today, really happy with the countertops, the color, and how it looks in here. It's just amazing. So hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. And we'll see you next time.